Hi guys, it's almost release time, so the 28th, let's have a look. The 27th I'll start uploading to SourceForge and all the rest, which means by the time everything gets sent through all the download websites, the servers, the 28th, so the weekend can be all play time. At this moment in time, they are on seed host, the AAG, so the ArcoLinux audit group. You can test them now, and all we do is copy paste, move to another folder. So you can download them now because we've already positive results that they're good, right? So this means that we need to make a video. There are videos about how to stay rolling on ArcoLinux. So we have this YouTube thing, and we have a few videos on there. We're at 2,800 or something like that. You go to the channel, stop him here, and we have here, well, the playlist is interesting and this search is interesting. Never ever use this one. This is the whole world, right? This is just us. So stay rolling, or just the word rolling, and see what you get. How to stay rolling on ArcoLinux from 2022, right? January to February. And what we're gonna make is another stay rolling. And here are the update videos. They're all nicely put together, because maintaining an operating system, whatever it is, Mac, Windows, or Linux, it's about getting basic knowledge how to do that. And there are some things you need to know, like the ArcoLinux keyring, right? If you know that if keys are an issue, you know you have to type sudo pacman -s ArcoLinux-keyring, enter, and then update. Okay, so things like that you need to know. It's all here. We have playlists. You use this search and never again, right? Repeating myself, not that one, this one. So in order to make a video, this is variety kicking in. Old N is another wallpaper. The next wallpaper, Old T, I trash my wallpaper, don't like that one, and I will keep this one. And then we have the Super F7 button. That's gonna get me a template clone for the video. So this is basically an empty thing, right? An empty thing, and we need to get the latest stuff, and the latest stuff is in my documents in here. The last video last ISO that we've given to you guys is the one from May. So I take one of them. This is with the biggest one, so the biggest one can have the most problems because that has the most packages. Hence, updates can give you all kinds of questions like yes, no, right? You know the drill. So let's install this thing first, and also go over what we've agreed. There has been a kind of poll asking you, do you want me to keep the advanced installation? Because I made a video and we should have a look at it, see if we can find it, but let's do this already. Let him work. So we install something of the past, and we need to upgrade again, or update, whatever you want to call it. Stay rolling means just don't do a clean install, but as we are a learning distro, you break things, right? So you do need to install from time to time. So the idea is, I wanted to actually have just the easy installation, right? Meaning it's going to be looking like this. This will always work. So many distros have exactly this, because it's what's on the ISO that's gonna be dumped on your system. There is no possibility of errors unless your machine is getting old and the hard drive is dying. But it is a 101010 copy paste, doing all the configurations that Calamaris lets us do. But basically there can't go anything wrong, right? So that's the easy installation. It's gonna work always. Now we've seen in April or something, I think, there was a package where you had to answer no instead of yes. And there is no artificial intelligence behind calamars, right? It's just yes, 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 yes. But that one needed to be no. And everything holds. So we did a little poll and I said, okay, actually I want to get rid of this advanced because it will break from time to time, right? People said no, this is actually the selling point and we're going to keep advanced installation. And well, it's your choice to keep it around. The only thing I have agreed with you guys, if this fails in the future, okay, fine, you've tried it, and then you go back to the easy installation. Because indeed, it gives you lots of choices to install the desktops for one thing, right? It's super interesting to say, okay, I'm gonna combine XFCE with what I would do today, LeftWM, which I am doing today on my ISO builder. So it's all about choices, and you do get them here, right? These are all choices, many choices. And we're working on an application that after installation you get the same selection that you see here. To be continued there. So we're keeping it in, just know if it fails, fine, okay, too bad, then you go to the easy installation. So if we want to go ahead now and let the thing work, so what we normally do is actually just install this one, and you will notice on different ISOs are different selections. This is the most complete ISO there is. This is our machine we work on, what we develop on, because we don't need to install lots of things anymore. Everything is here. Inkscape for the icons we create, Sardi and Surfen, and so on, right? They're all there, what I need to have. There is this GIMP, the Photoshop alternative. So yeah, it's all there. Not much to select anymore. X4 is still my choice. By far. Well, he's doing his work. Let's have a look, see if we can find it. On here we have advanced installation. Use, we keep the advanced installation. Use installation, the easy installation, if it fails, right? And here's the question that we gave to you guys. Keep advanced installation calamars or not, let us know. Reasons behind it. So 749 views is not nothing, and 37 people mostly saying let's keep it around. It's one of the selling points. Okay, so do subscribe. Here's the button, do subscribe, because things that happen to your machine are often immediately on the channel. In the beginning, well, one of the last videos will probably contain your fix or your solution or your explanation or whatever we want to share as knowledge with you, because this is a university where you study yourself. People think we're gonna give you all the solutions and help you out and provide free consultancy. That's not it, right? It's a university. Here's the knowledge. Go read. There's the Arch Wiki. Go read. There's the websites. Go read. Right? I'm making. Hopefully, I'm clear, right? So ArcoLinux.com. All these things. So many energy went into writing articles and making videos. And if you don't read and if you don't watch the video, what's the point of all this? Here's all the information about any of these desktops, and people ask always the same questions. Last 5 years, they have been explained. Qtile, they have been explained. Change the colors, change the font, etc. It's common question, so go check that first. YouTube is just a way to put things somewhere, right? And I have a medium to put my YouTube videos on, well, on my videos on it. YouTube is a good way of doing it, but basically this is the red thread, this is the line to follow, and yeah, we use YouTube as a way to host our videos. Otherwise they would be all here and that would soon run out of gigabytes. All right, So information is available. In the meantime, he's still unpacking, so that's cool. So we've went to this one, talking about the advanced. There is also a more technical thing. People ask something about, well, yesterday I believe it was, on Discord. There is, sometimes we go really deep into technical stuff. And one of these things is what exactly happened to the advanced installation. I believe there was a video as well around these numbers, right? 2810, 2008 has to be around these numbers. The question is always, right? A good word. Find a good word. So anyway, 2810, okay, videos. And then you have uploads, 2810, 18, and you go read. You will find strange images like Garuda and EndeavourOS, because we're having this epiphany that after 5 years on ArcoLinux and looking at Garuda, EndeavourOS, Carly, Ariser, all our projects, in the end, if you look to it, it's all ArcoLinux. And we want to have freedom. That's Linux, right? We want to have the possibility to just say, I have my own key bindings, I have my own tiling window manager, I have my own Bash RC or ZSH or Fish, and it navigates with me to Garuda or to EndeavourOS or to Carly or to ALCI, and it just works. And the ArcoLinux tweak tool is an ideal way to just click and you got left WM. Click and you have awesome. And that's what we're gonna make, right? It's all ArcoLinux Garuda here. But we're looking for something else, but looking at this, right? So go over the text, the latest things. I have told someone, and yeah, I think it was like this. If you do ArcoLinux, I think it's like this, filters, and then this week, for example, and then you know, this is what we've done last week. So this maybe is something to bookmark. So this is Google Chrome. At this point in time, there is no bar, but why not put it here? And from time to time, have a look. And next week, there will be another selection and another selection. And then you keep up with things, right? You can see, okay, what is interesting for me? And you go and have a look. And there are other guys, right? I keep track of what other people are saying as well. All right, let's see. The video is about how to stay rolling, but you know me. I want to get some things clear, right? Advanced, we're gonna keep. Fails, easy. Guys, subscribe to the YouTube and read the many articles on our website. First do that, then ask questions. In the meantime, we have a toggle. Yeah, you have a toggle, right? So you can, well, it makes maybe no sense at all these things, right? But here is the guy, right? First, get the ArcoLinux keyring in. Whether it's the same or not, we don't know, right? Artificial intelligence 0, but we are getting it in. Never mind if it's not, if it's already up to date, right? We're gonna get it in because we want to make sure everything works. And then it's gonna install the packages. And it will take as long as it needs. By that I mean, how old is your computer? Do you have a fast network? Do you have a fast Wi-Fi? CPU? 1 core? 16 cores? Right? It all matters. Everything matters. Your router matters. Your internet connection you're paying for, and that's how long it will take. But let's pause because I can't keep talking. And then suddenly, voila, it's done. Restart now. So we got ourselves a system that's actually already up to date. Why am I saying that? We've chosen advanced installation. What it does is immediately get every single package from the internet. And as you know already, or don't know already, in ArcoLinux that can be gigabytes of downloads. So that's what you're waiting for, all the updates. This is also new, by the way. Install software, click, and it's gonna be up to you to go and grab some things, categories and so on. There's also a nice way to do things, software mode. So you need to see a little bit photo, video, miscellaneous, etc. communication. Go and have a look, right? Just a little button there, poof, voila. So that's working, that's our own thing, ArcoLinux Spamac All, that's what it's called. And this is our ArcoLinux tweak tool, so the ATT, that's in short. Voila. And now the proof, it's already up to date. That's the advanced installation, and that means a lot of things can go wrong, but because this guy, Pacman, is our package manager. And there's nothing we can do if it fails. And if there are incoming questions like yes, no, replace this with that, right? We say yes. And back there in April, we had to say no. And everything would have worked, but we can't know that ahead, what's going to happen. Okay, so we keep advanced in. If it fails, you know what to do. Go to easy installation. And this is your system. So basically, keep rolling. We are rolling. Right, in this video, if you install like this, there's nothing to do at all. Well, Rofi is not installed, so one of the key bindings, sudo pacman -syyu. Is there anything to do? No. Then we type up all. Is there anything special here? There's nothing to do, nothing special here either. So what I'm gonna do is make the video again, and in the sense that I'll skip all the other stuff. By the way, restarting is not necessary. Right Control R and see if the easy installation is a problem. So if we boot up again, let me go through the motions and then stop the video. I suppose there will be nothing to do, which is good, which means I don't have to write anything for as a script how to roll, keep rolling from May to June, right? Do nothing. I'll add to the text there, but I'll show you. Sometimes people ask, Eric, what do you do? I always use easy installation. I always use easy installation. Why? It will be guaranteed 100% ready, working, and I'll be running my ArcoLinux Nemesis script later on. Install Spotify, InSync stuff. That's not on the ISO, but I do want. Alright, let's pause here and reboot. Alright, so now we've done an easy installation, and it's good that the video is based up like that, in the sense that there is a big difference in doing advanced, everything was up to date, and doing an easy installation. Because this is more educational, of course. We'll see some things, some text, some communication. First of all, look at the buttons. Where are all the buttons? 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we've been working on the ArcoLinux Welcome app, but also on the ArcoLinux tweak tool and the ArcoLinux logout. So many programming stuff has been done in the month of May, mostly, right? So it's not yet up to date. Okay, our system is coming from this ISO. Let me put it in the video as well. This will never change. People update and say it's still the same number. Sure, it is. It means you've installed this operating system with that ISO. It will never change that ISO. You've used that ISO. So that's how we know. If we ask type ISO, then we know. So what did we change in May? Right? Because this has been released the 1st of May. So if it's June, we say we've changed this and this and that, and we can start thinking, maybe, and voila, analyzing. This will always stay the same. Another thing, while I think about it, is probe. If we want to help you, we ask to type probe, and it will put your hardware online, so know that. But it's a super interesting thing to put these things online. Why? So many people buy the wrong hardware, right? This is, lifetime is limited. So many people buy the wrong hardware. Here it is. Hardware for Linux. Recent probes, Dell, Vostro, Lenovo, Acer, Asus. I exactly know what works on what. Rosa, Ubuntu, and so on. If I want to know if I want to buy something, then here it is. Do they have problems with? Go and investigate. And I look, last year I guess I bought a new one. Find a computer. Find parts of a computer. So this is a super interesting thing. But for me, as a helper, and all the guys and beta testers and all the guys who want to help, right? Basically anybody who wants to help, this is a super interesting thing. So this is my computer, be it a virtual machine, right? So that doesn't help us much. Most of the time it has to be a real metal. And then it tells us something about your machine. And we can say, that's why it's not working. You have NVIDIA, AMD, or NVIDIA combined with Intel. It's mostly about these graphical drivers. ArchWiki NVIDIA, ArchWiki AMD. And read. So probe, right? So know that that exists, and that's the way to help, and it's just this link that we need, and now we can go analyze all the bits and parts of the machine. So updating is updating. So everything has been done out of the box via advanced. This is the bits and pieces, the ones and zeros from May. And here is our work. We've stopped using ArcoLinux beta lock screen, and we're going to the ArcoLinux logout. Yes, please, replace. Replace ArcoLinux logout with ArcoLinux logout. Yes, please. Thank you very much. ArcoLinux tweak tool became ArcoLinux tweak tool. Yes, fine. So basically it's yes, yes, yes. So enter, enter, enter. But like I said, it's 1.3 gigabyte that we downloaded in the advanced installation. That's why it took so long. It has to get all these packages. And then of course there is the server. Where are you getting all these packages from? I'm living in Belgium. Suppose I'm getting this server from Australia. Well, it will take a bit longer to get all these bits and bytes from the other part of the world to here, right? So having an eye on where is it all coming from is important. And we have this N mirror list. I always like my aliases. It's coming from Osbeck at this point in time. That's the first one. Then Rackspace. If it's not an Osbeck, it's going to be this one. If it's not this one, it's going to be there, right? It's going to go down the list. There are so many videos still about, but here we have, right, the keys. So many videos about the mirrors, how to change the mirrors, different ways to do it. Well, I think 4, 7, 8, 9 things, but it's important. It's where do I get the mirrors, as the packages, as fast as possible. But we are talking about ArcoLinux packages. So here we have the keys again, right? All you need to know is Control-C. Stop it. Stop it. Sudo pacman -s ArcoLinux keyring. Get that in. And what you see, it's a little bit difficult to see. 02 February 04. The numbers are a little bit turned, right? But it's definitely a new version that we're getting in. And new keys coming in, old keys going out. And now, try updating again. So I'm not going to type yes, because yes is capital, meaning enter, 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 4 GB. Okay, I thought it was less earlier on. Anyway, we've seen a lot of Xworks stuff, that's true. So this is a 1 month's worth of changes on Arch Linux, right? Remember, ArcoLinux is just 10% not Arch, it's 90% Arch. And here are our stuff. This is what we did in 1 month's time. Right, this one too. And that one too, right? You can read. Anything ArcoLinux is ours. And all the rest are decisions made by people of the Arch Linux team. And why I'm not doing it here, because this is a nice red icon saying, hey, I want your attention, there are updates, right? Graphical environment, because I want to steadily, slowly know what this is all about, and I follow and I read, and then you say you have a little bit of time, you're waiting. Arch Linux DKMS, what's that, right? It's so easy, right? Look at the icons just changed. So Arch Linux, yes, I know, 100 Arch Linux and then DKMS. It's so simple, right? Sometimes I add Arch Linux Wiki, because where do I end up? Dynamic kernel module support, DKMS. Okay, and while you're updating, have nothing else to do, read. Scroll down. So I follow these packages, the names and all that. I see, okay, generating localis, generation complete. You keep on reading, and these are our messages to you. The files have been installed in config alacrity. So there has been something's changed in our alacrity, and it's not on your home directory. It's in a directory you will not use, etc scal, and that's the etc scal article, right? And the new change that we've done, we go to arcolinux.com. So after the info website, knowing a bit about what is ArcoLinux, you go to here and you go to here. This is for later, building your own ISO, and this is definitely for later, building your own ISO from scratch. So it's a gradual school, right? Go and have a look at the learning path. It's not meant to be that you start with ArcoLinux D. D is phase 6 or something like that, and often I have to tell people, stop, you're too soon trying to run before you can walk, right? Phase 6, ArcoLinux D ISO. Really need to know your stuff of Arch Linux, right? Before you go that way. What was I thinking? The Scal article, right? So here is the Scal article, and we've just changed Scal. And in this, definitely this little sentence can be a blessing for us, can be a curse, maybe for you. But if you know what it is, what it does, why it's there, right? And Scal became a script just a few days ago, right? Scal changes from alias to script, asking your permission to override the configs. Yes, no. You decide. And there's always a backup. Never, anything gets never lost. It's a folder that you get, and it's gonna be all in there. Anything you did on .config is saved. All right, so Scal is new. That's this thing here, Scal. And we scroll on. ArcoLinux bin, one thing from us again. And just scroll through and say, okay, lots of things have been written to Scal. Maybe I should make some time and see what changed in there, because Bash can be changed, ZSH can be changed, lots of things can be changed, and with backup Scal, something else you can investigate. You can see what changed, but you have to do that before you update. Everything done. So be my guest to follow a little bit along, and this is a nice little line that says reboot is recommended, right? I'll do that. Every time you see a kernel come in or systemd kind of thing, that's a given, right? Reboot. USMD, new kernel, don't show this, don't want to see this. Variety changed, this is variety. And let me quickly change something so we have nice stuff. Add Allhaven abstract. Okay, not that one, not that one. Give me that one. Let's take this one. That's a good joke. Voila. So these wallpapers are coming in. I can choose later on. What is next is, what is next is Control-T, update. I've updated everything. I've rebooted. It says system is fine, right? ISO, this will never change. Just a message, you install this with that ISO. It will be that ISO till you do a clean install again with another ISO. Next thing is an up all. Up all is checking also anything AOR related. So if you say, I want to install, like for instance, yay, and then, I don't know, vote. And you go and install something with number 9, you want to have this one, number 9, and it will update that as well if you have that on your system. But that's not ArcoLinux, right? That is more. That's the Arch user repository. You can add more stuff to it. Now we haven't done a skel yet, right? So a lot of things. Let's maybe navigate to the etc skel. It's a long video, sorry guys, but it's important to know your system, your operating system. etc skel, Control H. This is what we normally do. Control C to Eric, Control V. That got tedious. Isn't there a script? And this skel thing grew and grew and grew because we want also to have a backup. Imagine you have a polybar in here, you've been working on it, or you have an awesome configuration and it is your awesome configuration. It will be over, anything that you see here will be overwritten. So this file exists in etc skel. When you copy paste, it's overwritten. When I do this, right, and I give it my own name, it will never be overwritten, ever, ever, ever. And all I need to do is, if things get overwritten, compare it and put things back. And let's say I put some text here, I put it back. And voila, my configuration is back to what it was. So basically what I'm telling is, make a backup, right? If you really don't want to lose anything, Control C, Control V. Everything is set fine. This is your thing. Give it another name if you want. You can keep it as is, right? Done. This will never be overwritten, ever. But now we get to the skel, right? Control-T, skel has changed, but take a look. Gel has not changed here. This is your backup because we typed skel. But skel is now a script. It has changed. But what we haven't done is change the bash RC. And by now, yes, it has changed. Because we typed skel, it has changed. We're on bash, so let's have a look. Skel. Because I typed skel, everything is copy pasted over. Let's go for the text alias skel. Not found. Good, good, good. It's already okay. All right, but the alias, previous alias skel is gone. It's now here text. So he says, I don't find the alias, can't find it, it's not there. Copy paste all content of etc skel over to the home folder. Backup config created, beware. Okay, skel alias has been replaced with a script. User local bin skel. So let us log out. Yep, still some things to do. What I'm pressing now is Super X as a finger memory thing, right? And it's pointing to ArcoLinux logout. It should point to Arch Linux logout. What I'm gonna do is reboot, completely reboot, and to be absolutely sure we're not making the video longer than it needs to be, this is what I need, right? Control C and Control V. So that's basically your scal that I'm doing again manually to be sure not to waste time for the video. So this is how to stay rolling in 100%. You can keep everything from each scal in there. I say whatever, right? Let Eric do his stuff, put it in each scal, I don't mind. I will never ever use scal, but some things will not work, like you just saw the Super X. If we log out again and restart, and everything gets applied. This is specific of XFCE, but probably other desktops as well. Reboot, right? Not log out, but really restart the system. And first thing we notice is that we have something different. ArcoLinux Welcome App, install software, our special ArcoLinux Spamac All, or launch the ArcoLinux tweak tool, works as well. And we have here our update ArcoLinux mirrors. So the mirrors are important. And here's the YouTube ArcoLinux channel. So some things have changed in here as well. If you click here. Okay. Super X, is that working now? It is. Why? Because it's pointing to the right program. The application is no longer called ArcoLinux Logout. It's called ArcoLinux Logout. And that's what, if you want to see all the videos, it's already on YouTube, right? Subscribe to YouTube. This has changed also a little bit. I made this thing a little smaller. You'll see that's Endeavour OS Garuda, so I navigate over all these ArcoLinux systems. I'm not sure I'm going to keep it. This is a little small in my eye, but for now I'm going to keep this. So this is workspace 1, workspace 2, 3, Control Alt. You can go with the keys. So you can navigate like this. I'm pressing now Control Alt and then arrows. You see it here a little bit darker here, but it's we'll see if we keep it. Enfin, anything else I should do? I probably should make one of these guys. Bin, stay rolling, 2022, 4. Control C, Control V, and tell you that you don't have to do anything. So I need to make a package, the bin package, providing this, nothing to do. There is nothing to do. The only thing you need to do is scal, but that's your choice if you do scal or not. All right, it's a long video. It's an educational video. It's about changes in ArcoLinux, vision that it's all ArcoLinux in the end, about new tools that we've made, new tools that we will develop, and I want you to broaden your eyesight. I mean, it can be anything ArcoLinux based and even Linux based. I solve many ArcoLinux problems reading texts from Ubuntu Forum. It's all Linux. All right, have fun with the ArcoLinux University. Cheers.